I got a terrible rate. It was like 9% for a 9-year loan, which is actually crazy.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, we all know these 304s are broke as a joke, broke as a joke. Guys, they're strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
But guys, we know that they're not. Guys, they make horrible decisions with money, and the best part about it is they put it on TikTok for us to point and laugh at, right guys? You know? They always tell on themselves, so guys, it is our solemn duty to point and laugh. So let's go to the dump spot known as TikTok and look at some of these dunderheads telling us what their worst financial decisions are, and let's get into this.
I'm going to tell you guys the number one financial mistake I made in my entire life that cost me almost $100,000, and that was buying a condo. I credit this decision to two main factors. Number one, I compared myself to every single person around me. My coworkers felt like majority of them own property. Family members, majority of them were homeowners. People that I knew from back in the day, homeowners. Why does that matter to my life? I don't know. At the time, it mattered. I felt like a failure because I did not own property. Is do not compare yourself to where other people are at. Number two, I was under the misconception that owning property, more specifically a condo, was an investment. And let me tell you, it's not an investment. I did not know that. Growing up, just everyone around me was always like, if you own property, that's an investment. An investment is something that generates you income. Buying a condo in 2021, 2022, when I purchased, that is actually just a money pit. And every single year, I have a tenant in my condo right now paying $2,400 a month. That is not covering my overhead cost, like property taxes, mortgage, and condo fees doesn't even come close. So every single year I'm out like $6,000.
Damn.
Not generating me income. If you purchased a condo back in 2022, you are not alone in this. There's so many other people that I've talked to that are in the exact same boat. Is this a very expensive mistake? Yes, it is. And I pray in my life I never make a mistake like this again. But you live and you learn.
Look at that, guys. So, gee, she compared herself to other people and made a rash decision based on emotion? You don't say!
Just like a woman.
Clown world. What a joke. Someone says that your argument doesn't make sense. You have a tenant, you can put $6K in a stock, that stock could plummet and lose it all. You're talking about holding a stock, and if the market goes down, wait for it to go back up. And the same with the condo. Yeah, that's true. Someone says buying real estate is not the mistake here. Buying at its peak was a mistake. Facts. Someone says condos don't appreciate as much as townhomes, and single family homes don't either. Yeah, guys, please, as men, guys, never buy a condo or a townhouse. Why? Guys, there are even townhomes. Some of them have garages and stuff, fine, you have a driveway. But as a lot of them, it's just like living in an apartment. You get a parking pass, there's no parking. Why? Dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you can hear your neighbor get up and take a dump, that's not a house, guys. Look at that. Person says, I also lost $200,000 in January 2025 by closing my condo, which I booked with the builder in 2023. My mortgage won't be covered by rental income. Damn. Look at that. Another woman. Clown world.
The financial mistake that I wished someone was able to stop me from making is my car. Now, I pay $1,054 a month and my interest rate is 4%.
Look at that.
I owe a little over $57,000 on it. I took it in a while back, about a month and a half ago, to try to trade it in, and they appraised it at $40,000, which tells you that I am heavily upside down on this car. And here's the part that I had to face. I've overcome online gambling. I used to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on that, but by the grace of God, I was able to stop. This car, this is different because this is my responsibility where I have to make a payment that I said that I was going to make until it's completely paid off or till I'm able to get out from under it. I used to tell myself that I deserve this car, but it has actually taught me one of the most expensive financial lessons of my life. Just because you can pay an amount absolutely does not mean that you can afford it. So if you are thinking about upgrading your car or going out and purchasing a new car, Please, please learn from me.
Look at that, guys. I came $1,000 a month. And guys, that's why when you see these modern women, guys.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I don't even know what kind of car this idiot got. But guys, look at this. This is all of her debt. $133,000 in debt, guys. I don't even know what kind of car she has. Did she even show it? Let's see if we can see by the steering wheel. Let's see. I don't know, guys. It's probably like a Yukon Denali or something, or a Tahoe. She's cooked. It's a Ford? Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, it's an Expedition. She's paying $1,000 a month for Expedition. What an absolute dunce. Guys, you cannot let these idiots anywhere near you or your finances. Clown world.
Let's finish my makeup while I talk about how I panic bought an SUV 2 years ago and now my loan is like way upside down and how I'm gonna fix it. Okay, so 2 years ago I was in a situation where me and my ex-husband were separating and I had a little Kia Forte at the time. It did not have all-wheel drive and I live in Alberta, so it's like very snowy in the winter. So I always had these intrusive thoughts of like accidents or like anything like that or sliding off the road. I'm always driving my son around in his car seat. And then I made an emotional decision to buy an SUV like the next week. My impulse control got the best of me. That's what I did. I got a terrible rate. It was like 9% for a 9-year loan, which is actually crazy because the lifespan of a Kia Seltos is like just around the 9-year mark. So I'll be lucky if my car even lasts as long as my loan was for. So, and the reason why I got such a terrible loan is because a couple years before that, my ex-boyfriend, I co-signed for him on a new truck. He like thought that somebody was like chasing after him and he like wouldn't give the truck back. He hid it on a reserve and then I had to go with my brother to actually repossess it and like give it to the repo yard. So that's a whole nother story, but that's why I had a terrible rate because I had that repo on my record. And it's just now kind of going to be to the point where it's like almost 6 or 7 years where it should be falling off soon. But that's why I got a terrible rate. That's why it was like a 9-year loan. So basically, I'm on like this aggressive debt payoff journey right now. And I was just kind of like chatting with ChatGPT actually. I was like running the numbers on my car loan, what my car's worth, all of that, and just seeing like how I can pay it off faster. Right now my car loan is at $27,101.88. I made a $100 payment to it today, and I'm going to be doing a $100 payment bi-weekly on it, which is going to shorten it by like 2.5 to 3 years apparently, which is crazy. And if I didn't make extra payments, that means I would be paying like between $11,000 and $15,000 just in interest. So like an entire another car just in interest. Cool. So I'm glad I kind of thought about it and was like, okay, this is like really bad. I need to make more payments on it. So anytime I get like a bonus or a tax return or whatever kind of like free money, I guess, I'm just going to put it onto my car loan and shorten that. And then my plan and my hope is in like 1 to 2 years or however long it takes, I want to sell it privately. Once it's basically not an upside down loan where I owe more than it's worth, then I plan to sell it in some way or another and buy either like a Toyota Highlander or a Honda HR-V, Honda Pilot, something like that that's like more reliable, still somewhat affordable. So that's kind of my plan to pay that off. I am going to make like little monthly updates to it just as my debt goes down because I'm really excited about this and I want to keep myself accountable. So if anybody wants to follow along with that journey and kind of how it's going, then definitely follow me. But yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm on like a huge debt paying journey right now and it's kind of fun. Like I always was such a saver when I was a little kid. And then once I became an adult, I was like, oh, I can buy this, I can buy that, I can buy whatever I want. So now I'm trying really hard to discipline myself, not buy everything that I want and just buy things that I need. And yeah, that's kind of like my goals for the near future. I just wanted to expose myself today because I feel like money is one of those things that people don't really talk about. But at the same time, everybody's money is tight right now. Like the situation is just crazy. I make a very decent salary in insurance, and the fact that I'm like paycheck to paycheck is mostly my fault, honestly, because of the debt that I've racked up. But once I have my debt all paid off and my spending under control, I'm gonna have an extra like $1,000 or something like that each month that I could put in savings, investments, whatever kind of stuff that I want to spend it on. That's not just like random overconsumption that I don't need. So yeah, that's exciting, and follow along if you want to. But if you have any questions, leave them below. And if anybody wants to hear the story of how I had to repossess my ex's truck, then also let me know below, because I will tell that story. And honestly, like, this is probably the funniest story that's ever happened in my life, and it makes me laugh every
No thanks, right, guys? But yeah, you see how she's trying to take the accountability. I'm so responsible, but still blames her ex-boyfriend, right? She's so cooked. Did she say she had a 9-year car? Guys, this chick is cooked! Cooked, cooked, cooked! Leave these broads alone, guys. I say this all the time. Clear battle lines must be drawn between us and these dunderheaded broads.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die.
But alright, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like the video, share the video, drop a comment, hit the join button. I appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. Bye, guys.